Hey guys, I just wanted to hop on and kind of yap about some 2025 goals I have, potentially what I'm gonna get up to and stuff soon. Ended 2024 finishing up some like kind of big goals I had. So getting into 2025, I'm kind of at a starting spot to kind of get into some new grinds. As you can see right now, I haven't really been crazy motivated to jump into anything too long term yet. Got some stuff I just finished up. Notably, it was basically all of the TOA CAs, which allowed me to drop my yellow Karis that I was holding. And I also finished getting the Shadow. That was a month or two ago at this point, at 39 purples. So after I got the Shadow, I went and cleaned up all the transmogs and all the CAs that would have ever required it. The only one I have left is actually the one for getting a kill in like tier 75 gear or whatever. So ever since, I've kind of just been playing a lot of BA, kind of just idling this account. We actually have UIM Showdown happening in about 2 weeks, so I'm kind of letting that dictate what I'm going to get up to. And if I'm ever in kind of one of those moods where I don't really want to commit too hard to anything, I tend to just try to farm my seeds. And while I'm farming my seeds, I try to do some contracts. I'll hop over to Hespori while I'm here, assuming I get a contract I can. Before I check the maple tree, I'll check Hespori. Yeah, namely, here's what we're working with right now. Definitely looking pretty good. Starting, oh, I don't know, towards the middle of 2024, I jumped into X. Managed to get a DCB, Theravan braces, Torva helm, and Torva legs. So just missing the chest plate for Greenlog there, actually. So I think even today, I have a trip planned with some friends. Not actively at Next anymore like I was. For a while there, I would just jump into any free for all team as it happened, but these days I kind of only hop on if friends are wanting to next. Namely, my super combat stack has been scary low. The rest of the pots are pretty fine, especially with the herbs I have. I just actually have to process them. Because of that, that's kind of pushed a lot of my motivation to do contracts to build up the Irit stack. I'm only at 71 seeds right now, which is not much, but uh, do them as we can. But since I'm also not like really hard committing to contracts, I'm not holding a lot of the good seeds that you should have, and just kind of if there's a contract I can do, I do it. And it's a lot of lowering my stat contract runs. I'm actually streaking really hard right now. In the watermelons. But yeah, so for 2025, I think the biggest goal that I would like to get is the Zuck helm. I guess while I showed CAs earlier, but there, I'm 120 tasks away. Cleaned up a lot of the lower tier stuff going for master CAs earlier last year. But just kind of taking a look at I guess the biggest ones I'm missing. Missing some chamber times. I'm not too worried about those though. Yeah, all the Awakened bosses is probably what I'm going to focus on first if I can. Try to get some of the harder CAs done first, so it's kind of a little smooth sailing towards the end. Yeah, I have no Awakened KC, none on the alt, so there's going to be a lot of learning on the alt. Some Kalo stuff I'm not really too worried about. The long task at Kree is the scary one, but I'm thinking by the time I go do it, I'll be in max mage, and it shouldn't be too bad. Some nightmare speed stuff definitely scares me, much more than Fasani's does. Tob, I'm not as scared of like the speed times in Perfect Theater. I think I'll be able to grab teams, and I actually did some Perfect Theater attempts a while back. Just figured, hey, why not try it? And we had some attempts get to Verzik, and I know Verzik's kind of the hard part, but I made it much further than I expected to, just for like, you know, not really going for it type of thing. So I'm not too worried about that. HMT I'm pretty worried about just because I'm not experienced at all. I think I only have who knows, like 15 KC or something. So finding anything on the high scores is hard. I'm not used to the new icons. Yeah, right there, 15. So more just, I actually have to learn the content and then learn everything that I need for the actual CAs themselves. So I'm kind of worried about those. Jad challenges is 5 and 6 Jads. I'll do it. It won't be too bad. Inferno stuff, I'm not crazy good at Inferno. I can get a KC, but doing any of the special stuff, it's definitely going to be a bit of a wall. Not worried for fight caves. Yeah, and then the rest isn't really too bad. It's just kind of clean up at that point. All the typical hard ones left, but cleaned up stuff like wildy bosses that was kind of spooking me. Toa, harder stuff. Yeah, apart from that, that's really all I've been up to in game. Like I said, really looking forward to Showdown. I wasn't able to partake in the one that we had this past summer, so it's actually been a year since I've even participated in a Showdown event. So I'm very, very excited for that. I guess I could show this account real quick. This is the alt account. This is basically the only account I play BA on. I don't play any on the UIM anymore. It's just so much easier to gear up and play. Notably on here, I have all the stats for Desert Treasure 2, which is important, obviously, for Awakened boss practice. Melees aren't maxed yet. I'll zone those up here soon. But I did get 99 smithing, so in terms of things that I want for BA, the account is basically done in that sense. So any upgrades that I make at this point is almost just for my own sake. I've done a handful of Tobs and Colosseums and stuff on here just because it's kind of fun to do on a main with a bank and like max gear. But yeah, I don't really plan to do too much notable on here. The biggest thing, yeah, almost 2,500 BA gambles on here. I did pass 4K across accounts that I've played at BA, so that was a kind of a big pickup at 2024. PB wise, I've got marginally better at BA this year. The last big PB that I have currently would be a sub 10 roll in healer, which would give me sub 10 and all 5 roles. Then at that point, just keep going. But in terms of learning, I've basically learned every strat that I'd want to in 5-man. 4-man, leash speed stuff has been fun. I'm much worse at almost every 4-man role, but I definitely plan to do some of that this year. And there's been some like pretty interesting strat development stuff in the 4-man side, so getting into that would be pretty fun. I guess heading back to Flash, yeah, like I mentioned, there really isn't too much. That's what I might check back in here in a couple of months after Showdown to see how account progress stuff is going. I did say in a channel goal that I have a goal of 1 bill XP. That seems a little skyscraper. I would need 280 mil XP at this point, but we'll see. If I'm doing a lot of combats tend to stack up. I've been skilling a little bit on the side here. I've been doing some sepulcher practice. I plan on trying for a halfway decent Agi 6-hour for this bump coming up. Other than that, yeah, immediate goals. It might be time to get rid of the seed box. I just have seeds, and I've had the seed box, so it's full, but I'm kind of starting to farm them down a little bit, and if I make a hard push to empty this out, I don't have a ton of desire to fill it back up, because I should be sitting pretty alright supply-wise. I would like to be +1 inventory space for a lot of the CA grinds that I have to do. I know, yeah, 21 mil Agi, this Showdown I might do a fair bit of skilling to boost that up. Let's see, contract wise, if I get anything. We're off to the ice. Yeah, Guardy actually told me about the wine tech for lowering your farming level. If you haven't seen this, lowering your farming level and selecting an easy contract, you can actually block certain patches, notably the fruit tree and hardwood tree patches. You can make it so you only can get allotment flowers or cactus. And I think if you lower below 55, you can't get cactus. So it's just allotment or flower and berry, which is really not like all those seeds are very obtainable from master farmers pretty quick. But yeah, that's it for 2025 goals. If you happen to be listening and haven't signed up for UIM Showdown or are looking forward to get into future events, I'll probably put the Discord link invite in the description. And you heard me talk about BA a little bit, and you're kind of interested in that, have level 5 roles, and are looking to kind of step your game up to the next level, start learning some semi-efficient BA. I'll put the link for casual BA in the description. I would recommend checking both of those out, even just casually, just to view and see what's going on. They're some fun places to be. But yeah, thanks for listening to me yap, and I will talk to you guys soon.